I'm Dr. Judy, and this is, well, in my opinion. Today we're asking the question, have you hurt your partner with a joke?
One of my favorite pastimes is getting you and our daughter's jaw to drop out of like, what, like my favorite thing at the dinner table is just to say, see what I can say where Kylie goes, oh. Like just, it's the best noise ever to me when my wife and my daughter goes, oh, Giddy.
I think unless you know Skyler though, it'd make you look really bad.
Oh, I think on paper, if someone
on
scripted,
paper?
if it was just scripted on paper with no nuance,
yeah,
I'd be like, my
like
kids would be taken
that's
away.
a woman's job. Or like when you're in the kitchen,
She'll tell me to pick something up. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that falls under your responsibility. Like, just as a joke. You know, I get up and I get it, but I say it with a big smile and like, you know, I think some people, if it was scripted, like, man says, I think that's your responsibility. Now I look like Rodney Dangerfield in a wife beater, natural born killer's a cigarette ordering you around. You know what I mean? Like,
that's okay. I put you in your place too.
You do.
Like,
there are things that, you're kind of sexist too.
I mean, it
is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. We accept our roles.
We accept our roles.
We do. I'm just trying to think if you've ever said something and it went too far where I was just like, have I ever shunned you and not talked to you for a day because you made a joke? I like that would go against everything I believe in, I think.
I don't know. I think it hurts you when I make like fat jokes.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I call you fat.
That's not true. I call myself fat all the time.
But I think you don't like it.
That's interesting that you think that, but then you still do it. Isn't that interesting?
Well, I like
to
piss you off.
Yeah, that you like to lean back in the chair and just see what's going on, you know? Eventually you fall, you know? And I'm not going to be behind you to pick you up. But I think it's important to joke about, like, your kids have to know that everything's funny. Because even when you watch movies like Saving Private Ryan or Thin Red Line, to me they're not that realistic because there's not enough humor. If you don't have humor in your movie, it's immediately not that, it's disingenuous to me. Because when I talk to my grandpa or anybody, he tells me like, yeah, we were scared, but we were also massively joking around. And so when a movie's just too wistful and too like, you know, Tom Hanks writing in a book and talking about his wife and like, I believe that stuff happened, but there were dick jokes and fart jokes 5 minutes later too. Like, so like that's what real life is. So I think sometimes people watch movies and think we're supposed to always be in this Tom Hanks drama, and that's not the way it is. So joke around. Dicks are funny.
Yeah. Having laughs in a relationship is super important, but it's also important to remember that it matters where that humor is being directed. In couples where jokes were directed at the other person, relationship satisfaction tends to be much lower than in couples where the humor is directed outwards. So be careful where you point that thing.
My husband does this thing, drives me crazy. Like whenever I try and be sexy with him, he gets shy and he starts to giggle. And I'm like, no, I'm being sexy. You're not supposed to giggle when I'm being sexy. And do you not think I'm being sexy right now? He's like, no, you're totally sexy. I'm like, you're laughing. You're not supposed to laugh. That drives me crazy.
I will say I'm very sensitive about my hairline because I'm 31 and I'm receding a little bit.
You have plenty of hair.
My girlfriend will make little jokes about like just about my hair, and especially if like seeing someone with like a full head of hair and hairline, and she'll just make a joke of like, oh, I wish you had his hair, like just joking because she kind of knows I'm sensitive about
she's
it.
just giving you
a little twing,
but it really does hurt.
Like, shut up, and then I'm like rubbing my hair for scalp stimulation, like.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's mostly me joking to her because I can be very sarcastic at times. So I guess it's just being sarcastic about things like she does wrong so-and-so and just being like, babe, you could have like done that better. Like just in a funny way, like a sarcastic way, but she'll take it seriously. Yeah. And she'll be like, well, like, are you being serious? Because I think she's not as sarcastic as me sometimes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then she's like, oh, are you being serious? Or like, did I do wrong? Or are you just joking?
Right.
We've been together for close to 2 years. I still don't think she's got that tone
She
down.
doesn't always know.
Yeah.
Well, women, we can be sensitive too. Some days you can totally just give us the hardest time and we'll laugh with you. And other days you barely say anything and we're like, you're going to die now. You can't do that. You're gonna
don't say that
now.
to me or you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. Big butt jokes are never good. I highly recommend never making any kind of funny quip about the size of your girlfriend's.
What if it's a nice size?
Doesn't matter.
No?
No, well, I mean, it can't be a joke. You can't say like.
Oh, no joke. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. It has to be like, that is the best ass on the entire planet. Thank
Right.
you for allowing me to be near it. That's
you.
about the extent of.
If I'm ever joking, it's never about.
No, because
her-
you're a
her
smart
body.
man and you want to live.
I want to live, and I want to potentially be with her in bed
Yeah,
later.
exactly. Exactly.
One of the most common things that I see when I work with couples is that one couple feels like they're not being respected by the other. And certainly when you always poke fun at your partner, especially in front of other people, in front of an audience, that can contribute to them not feeling respected. So while it's fun to have a little mild jab here and there, we really have to be careful because certain people are just a little bit more sensitive to these types of jokes. It's always a safer bet to either make a self-deprecating joke or to direct the humor outwards as somebody who is not your partner. I'm Dr. Judy, and this has been, well, in my opinion. Like and subscribe below. This episode is brought to you by Giddy, the source of sexual health and wellness news and information. If you have any sexual health or wellness questions, go to getmegiddy.com.